Hey guys, Crystal and Shadow here, back with Winx Club, and this one is Miss Magix.
So, we had to watch a different dub for this one, and my god was it atrocious in some points.
Yes.
There were points where they didn't even remove the original language, and they were just putting the dialogue over it so you hear two voices.
I know!
Or
What
times
the
where
hell?
they just said the same line, so they literally left in the same thing, or just let them speak Italian entirely.
Yeah, or like when the teacher was reading
Yeah.
names, his voice changed to the Italian.
It's like, come on guys, how lazy can you get? We could do a better dub than that.
Yes.
Okay.
But the reason why we couldn't find the 4Kids is apparently this episode was mostly removed, which is why it's so hard to find, because of that one random scene with the Afro girl.
Oh my god, I was thinking about that moment, and couldn't they just cut that scene out?
I know, right? It had no bearing on the plot whatsoever.
I know, it's just 4Kids, they cut stuff out all the time.
Speaking of cutting stuff out, apparently the 4Kids version cuts the scene with Brandon in it.
What do you mean, the scene with but there isn't a 4Kids version.
It exists, it just got removed.
Oh, you mean like it exists in real life, it's just not on YouTube for some reason?
It's just not... It's like how some of the banned Pokemon episodes, they got dubbed in English. It's just... They stopped putting it on TV and stuff. And
That's a fair point, although you'd think you'd be able to find it somewhere.
Oh
well.
Like how the Tentacle one is technically banned, but it's sort of not.
Yeah, I guess. But that's also the interesting thing is I'm thinking to myself, throughout this whole... The good news is, thankfully this episode is filler. So if for whatever reason you find yourself watching, just skip to the episode.
I know, just skip it.
That's the thing. This is the one case where I'm glad it's filler because it's skippable.
Like, even without the stupid dub, it still sucks.
It's still... I do wish we could see if this... much better this episode would have been with the actual 4Kids dub.
When I was looking for it, I did see that it is supposedly on Daily Motion in pieces, but I don't know. If you really wanted to see if it holds up, you can go there, but...
Nah, we're not rewatching it at this point.
No.
It's funny you mentioned the Brandon scene, because the show opens with that scene, and at first I'm thinking, oh, maybe this won't be a filler episode, we're actually going to go somewhere. Turns out, no, that scene had no bearing on the plot whatsoever. No wonder 4Kids cut it. Although I don't know why they cut it. Sometimes they cut, like, hang on, you'll cut the Brandon scene, but you won't cut the Afro scene, which is apparently good enough to get the episode removed.
Yeah.
There's
There's a few interesting changes. For example, apparently, so as we saw in this version, Icy removed the spell herself. Apparently, from what I read on the 4Kids wiki, Bloom discovers the truth and uses a counterspell.
That would have been a better twist.
I don't understand how she could have done that because the animation didn't...
Because at this point, I find it odd. It's like the witches are actively helping the girls for once.
Well, yeah, because remember, that witch that was in the pageant, she is a freshman, so, and our witches are like seniors.
Still, you'd think they'd rather a witch win than the girls they constantly have to deal with. I don't know.
Yeah, that was stupid. But yeah, we did get another appearance of the good witch and her friend.
That's a good point too.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point we're just using this episode to kind of, remind ourselves of the difference between 4Kids and the actual dub.
Also, there is one difference that the 4Kids dub does wrong. So apparently in the 4Kids dub, Stella passes her test. I don't know how that could happen considering the visuals. But anyway, that leads to a small issue down the line where she's worried about passing the final because it counts so much because she needs to bring up that grade because she failed this one.
Right.
Which in the 4Kids that wouldn't make sense because they told her she passed this.
Oh, well, 4Kids, they can do... Look, 4Kids does good, 4Kids does bad. Like, say what you will, at least 4Kids is usually a better dubbing company, but they do miss some odd stuff. But, like, please tell me not all the episodes are this bad, because if this is the only other dub past season 2, we're going to have some problems.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. At first I was thinking, oh, it can't be that bad switching language, switching voices, because I'm thinking, oh, it's just voices. We can readjust to that, just like with Pokemon. But, like... No, if it's this bad, we're going to have to stop after season 2, just like in childhood.
Yeah, we'll see. And one last difference is apparently in the 4Kids, what's her name was supposed to do the witch's homework for them in exchange for, turning
That
her
would
pretty...
explain more too, why they're so generous. But, okay, it's back and forth. In the 4Kids dub, that makes sense, especially since it's Bloom who's the one to uncover the curse.
Oh, yeah, which means
here,
that the bad witches were not intending to reveal her.
Exactly. Whereas here, they gain nothing out of it other than the satisfaction of screwing her over.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess the 4Kids both, it adds something and then fixes the... Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still like the 4Kids version better, even though I haven't seen it. Anyway, what are the next episodes called?
The next episode
is seemingly interesting because that thumbnail I said last episode where it looks like Bloom's going home.
Oh,
which makes sense because they said it's vacation.
Oh, yeah, she said vacation is next. It is called Meant to Be, or A Great Secret Revealed, or The Daughter of the Fire.
I have an idea on what the great secret might be, but I don't want to say anything in case in case I'm having latent childhood memories. I never want to say my theories.
But yeah, as we said last time, the thumbnail we have shows her with her parents. Maybe they've been keeping a secret from her and they know about her powers and stuff.
I have theories, but again, I can't say anything in case it's latent memories from childhood.
Yeah.
But I suppose this episode also explains why there's only one episode named for this episode. No, that doesn't make sense because it's still a 4Kids version.
Yeah, it still got made, it just got taken out of circulation.
Yeah, God, this dub was so bad. And even when they were speaking English, I could tell they were doing a super literal translation at times.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Anyway, I suppose we have to rate this episode. Oh God, this is tricky because it's like...
4?
I mean, it's tricky because it's like, even, we're not holding it to the same standards though. Because like...
But the story was still...
Yeah, but I feel like, okay, try and pretend we didn't have as bad as dub as possible.
Okay, just focusing on the story and stuff.
I'll give it maybe at least a 6.5.
Fine, I'll go 5, and that's it.
Because this wasn't bad. Okay, granted I didn't see the 4Kids, but I imagine if I did, I think I'd even enjoy this slightly more than the previous one with the plants.
I mean, the thing about dubbing is the visuals stay the same, so all you can really add is maybe some nice snarky lines or something.
Not really, because dubbing can change a lot. We just said how much they can technically change an episode.
True, just make them say different stuff and you can change the story a bit.
Exactly. So, and I feel like...
it makes me wonder, did they animate extra stuff? Like, how do you change Bloom discovering it just from dubbing?
Oh, trust me, they can do a lot. I've seen a bridge series that can add extra scenes that look legitimately real. So if they can do that, I'm sure a dubbing company can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe one day I will go find it on Dailymotion or something and just find the piece where that happens just to see it, but yeah.
Anyway, on the plus side, at least it gave us something to talk about.
Yeah, that's the thing. When something's negative...
Yeah, you're right. Because imagine this. If we had just seen the original dub and never knew the difference, I feel like we would have just gone like, it's a filler episodes. It was kind of all right.
Yeah.
So, you know what? It's a blessing in disguise. But
Gave us more to rant about.
But let's not do this horrible dub too many times. Please be better in season 3 or we won't be watching the show.
Hopefully they'll get better at this.
Or we won't be able to watch the show anymore.
Yeah.
Why did 4Kids quit after season 2? It's just like why they quit Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and never dubbed season 4. Oh well.
Oh well, we'll see you next time for hopefully a better episode of Winx and
It seems
other
like it
things
will
as
be.
well.
See you next time, guys.